Hello, it's Mari. I'm Batman. This time, I'll record the time myself to see the difference between Ryu and Kyle, who asked many questions during the livestream. I will try to start from Spa 1. Spa 1 only allows the player to use 2 characters, Ryu for 1p and Kyle for 2p. They only differ in looks and name, not performance. First, let's look at the basic motions. Should we consider this part the same as an SPAR2, there is no difference in technique or anything else. I will try using the line drive at the same time. You can see the same movement as the power decreases. However, the technique was so difficult that I had to keep practicing. I will finish up with SPAR1 type and Kennedy here. This leads to the first version of SPOT2, the World Warrior. This version marks the beginning of minor differences between Ryu and Ken. First, individual character stories begin to emerge. Ryu has an ending of a wanderer seeking fights, and Ken, with the concept of being rich, also has a beautiful wife. Now, I will try to play with the power on it. In this version, you cannot choose the money character. The performance is almost the same in the system so far. I will try writing everything from the basics to the techniques. The start is the basic motion. Now it's a technique, but there's no difference at all. This is a basic grip. This also promotes the same motion of throwing. However, you start to see the difference from the catch. If you just throw it, you throw it after rolling the can a little after the catch. It seems a little more useful to get out of the corner. The next piece, the Champion Edition, starts to make a big difference. First, you can choose the same character, and you start to see the difference in Ryu and Ken's techniques. Also, unlike World Warrior, you can choose from the 4th stage, so the selection range has expanded from 8 characters to 12. Since the basic moves and grabs are the same as World Warrior, I will omit them. From this version, the wave power is better than the can. The delay after the wave power is significantly less than the can. We hit each other with a line of wind, but the can takes a lot of damage. The reason is that the can is a form of a dandelion technique. Did you see that the error correction is also a multi-hit? The line of wind also goes into a multi-hit. This time, it's a chance to show you the type. The type, along with the line of wind and the wrong type, can only hit once, and even if the opponent is hit once, they experience a situation where they take a lot of damage and go down together. Be cautious in situations where you aren't hit by a close, strong, wrong type. The next piece to compare is Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. There's also Street Fighter, but with no major changes, I moved directly to Turbo. The current opening, designed for the PC version released domestically after selecting a distributor, showcased the game's near perfection, unlike the arcade version, which only had background music. From this series, Goku consistently participates in the battle. The graphics have significantly improved over earlier versions. All select icons were changed to female characters. First, let's look at the points that have changed. Originally, the power of destruction was generally in the hands of the wind, but now it's not in the hands of the wind, but in the hands of the fist. However, the power of destruction has not changed. The old hand shape is reproduced exactly. Ryu has a special move. It's a concentrated punch or a power punch. The concentrated punch can break the lower defense in the middle stage. I showed you the motion of Ken's lower defense, so let's start. Because it's a fast-paced game, if you don't concentrate, you can be hit by that special move. Ryu uses the fire power. You can use the line attack freely even in the middle of the air. The last super kill is the advancing power. You can hit Ryu's jump 3 times in the middle of the air. You can also include the final power. We will now review the changes in Ken's situation. As much as Ryu has a fire item, Ken has fire attached to his uppercut. The weak, medium, and heavy uppercuts do not have fire, but fire appears only in the strong uppercut. Ken's strong kick motion has changed significantly in this work. Previously, it was a backward roll like Ryu's, but now pressing the strong kick results in a forward momentum kick. Ryu still only does a backward roll. Like Ryu, Ken has a medium special move with the same command as the wave motion, but executed by pressing kick at the end. Holding the last kick turns it into a downward kick, effective against crouching opponents in the corner. This move inspired Ken's Heat Wave victory column. Ken's mid-jump K has been changed to be useful in reverse guard. The motion of mid-jump K remains the same until the latest work. Ken has one more grab motion added. If you grab with a strong punch, it will lead to a throw. And the special mid-air grab that was a feature of Guile and Charlie has also been added to Ken. I will briefly introduce Gouki, a character from this work. Gouki is a hidden character, and you need to meet certain conditions to be able to select him. If you wait for 3 seconds in the order of Ryu, T.O.P. Gale, Kemi, Ryu, and then keep the start button while hitting the joystick 3 times, it will work. Can you confirm that Boho-ki is now selected? The super protection name does not appear. I will try to see it from the storm. It was a general storm, and there is a wave power to the protection key. The hit count varies depending on the concentration. It comes out from at least 1 hit to up to 3 hits, but it is very good because the enemy goes down from 2 hits. And it's a storm of concentration, a technique of spinning. It's the wind attack of Gouki who increased the spinning. The bottom hit is the same as the can, but it lifts the enemy in the middle. Those who are hit by this wind attack must also be hit by a continuous hit. Usually after putting in a wind attack, finish with a big or small, but you can also put in 1 more wind attack. I hope you quickly give the train ticket to Gouki. There have been series like Zero that constructed a strange combo system and bridged the gap between beginners and veterans, and there have been works that showed that 3D graphics of fighting games can be successful using 3D technology from the Street Fighter Series 4. The video currently playing is the intro of Street Fighter 4, which was released in 2009. It's hard to believe it's an intro because it's very simple and not very flashy, isn't it? I will conclude the video while watching the intro of the last work, Street Fighter 5. The prize money for major tournaments has grown substantially since this was written. I found the intro of 4 more appealing. StarCraft 5 is still occasionally broadcast live. The series that were discontinued lacked popularity, so we only produce games up to StarCraft 2. YouTube and Twitch live broadcasts are every day at 10 post-meridian. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe.